right, ladies, if I could have your attention, please. First of all, I would like very much to thank Jan for allowing us to use the facilities at least once a month. We have a good time. But now I'd like to introduce you to John McLain, one of our wounded warriors. He's one of the reasons we do what we do. And with that, I'll turn this over to Patsy.
Come on in, Becky. Come on, ladies. We got a couple still coming in.
Oh gosh, I must be late.
You are.
You don't cut anybody any slack at all.
Is Marge coming today? Do we know?
I know.
Oh, gosh. Well, should we wait a minute for Marge or just go ahead?
Let's go ahead.
Okay. So welcome, John.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We're happy to have you. And I just want to share with you a little bit about how Quilts of Valor got started. It started in 2003 in Delaware. A mom had a son as a soldier and thought something should be done to recognize him and all of his comrades. So there's Quilts of Valor groups in all over the United States, Canada, and England. And all the quilts go out. All volunteer, donated time, materials, skills, talent. And they're distributed in over 70 VA hospitals, field hospitals in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Germany.
Wow.
And to date, since 2003, over 70,000 quilts have been distributed. That's a large number. That's quite impressive, isn't it? And who are we? We're all volunteers who donate our time. We meet here once a month. We work at home a lot. And Linda, our organizer, does all the quilting in what's called a long arm machine. She's our long armor. So we're very fortunate to have her. I don't know how to quilt at all. I can put fabric together, but I can't quilt. And we were organized in February of 2010, so almost 3 years ago. Wow, that's gone fast. And our number of quilts?
For this year, 70.
70. We've put out 70 quilts this year.
Awesome.
So at this point, I'd like Carol,
She's right here.
right here, I'm sorry, to come up. And John, she's going to be wrapping this quilt around your
Okay.
shoulders. This quilt we're wrapping around you today was stitched with our love, prayers, joy, and healing thoughts.
Very nice looking.
Thank
Yeah.
you from the bottom of our hearts for your service to the country and your sacrifices.
Thank you.
We're happy you're here.
Thank you. I'd do it all again if I could.
Oh, well, you don't have to do that. Thank you. So tell us where you're from.
Originally, I grew up in Nevada, Las Vegas, Carson City, Fallon, Reno. Not the best place to raise children, but you know, I did well. My father was a police officer. He was a Marine MP, did 3 tours, and then became a chief of police for 17. So my grandfather was also Army. So raised in a military home, grew up in Nevada, migrated to Salt Lake City, Utah when I was a young teenager. Finished school through 10th grade in Salt Lake City, moved to Maui, Hawaii, completed my high school there. At that point I went back to Salt Lake City, got married very young, 18 years old. That's where I met my wife. We stayed married for 16 years. We're no longer married, but she's still a wonderful lady. We get along great. After that, decided to finally join the military. My father passed away at a young age, and figured, he always kind of looked at me and said, when you gonna join up? That was kind of implied growing up that I would follow their footsteps. But I had decided what I wanted to be when I grew up. So I joined the military kind of late. So in basic and AIT, I was the old man. all the 18 to 22 year olds, but my PT score was better than theirs. So not bad for the old man. I went to basic and AIT at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, as a military police officer, and decided that would be my career path. then, and then after the military, I figured then, you know, I'll go, you know, work for, you know, a PD somewhere. Hasn't quite gone that way, but I decided to plant my roots up here rather than going back to Salt Lake City. I met my sweetheart at UW. I did a couple years of college up there, and we just celebrated our 2-year anniversary November 16th. So just trying to do what I can for other soldiers. I linked up with a group of retired military and patriotic individuals that conduct Patriots Day events. PatriotsDayEvents.com. We honor soldiers by sending them and their spouses out before they deploy on a memorable date night. You know, dinner, dancing, hotel stay. You know, in, you know, some form of a free gift. So that's what I do. You know, it's not really work. It's more of a hobby. You know, similar to what you guys are doing. And you know, I'll probably spend the rest of my life trying to help out soldiers and you know, try to get other folks involved to, you know, help give them a vehicle to show their appreciation and their you know, their personal enjoyment of helping others, especially soldiers. So that's what I'm doing. That's the quick and dirty version of my life. So.
Thank you.
John was a sergeant, and he has an 11-year-old son.
I also have a 20-year-old daughter that
Oh,
that is in college too. So she's going to be a helicopter pilot in the Army.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Good
she's
for her.
she's going to do some good for you know, the troops, and you know, being recognized and honored feels really good. But I always make it a point to honor some of my friends, especially the most recent one, which his name was Jason Weaver. He was killed in Afghanistan, and I consider myself to be one of the lucky soldiers, because there's a lot of them out there that you know, some gave all. You know, all gave some, but some gave all, and he's one that stands out in my mind pretty much every day, because he was such a wonderful person, human being, and you know, he needs to be remembered, because he's not here every day that we can hang out and play video games and go to the movies, and you know, so those are the guys that really do deserve the recognition, or the guys that made the ultimate sacrifice. So I miss them a lot. Wow. But
We represent this group, Army, Navy, and Air Force now. So we have no Marine connection here, I believe, and no National Guard. But
I could find you some.
that'd be fine. That'd be fine.
I know lots of Marines, trained with a lot of them too. So.
Well, my grandson's at Lackland right now, just going to graduate next week, and in the Air Force, and my granddaughter's stationed in Honduras on a humanitarian mission in the Army.
Plenty
So,
to do.
Plenty to do, so. Carla has two
My
sons in the Navy.
My 2 sons in the Navy. One is currently out on deployment,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one is now recruiting in Minnesota.
Oh, he's got a tough job.
It is a tough area.
He really does.
That
Those
is
recruiters, boy,
it's a very
they
tough
work
area.
very, very hard. So yeah, kudos to him.
Anything else?
My grandson's in Afghanistan.
Your grandson's in Afghanistan.
And he's also my nephew.
That's right, that's right.
And my niece is in Afghanistan.
Well, it's a tough place for the guys, so, you know, I'm sure he's got a lot of good battle buddies watching his left and his right and his back, so, you know, they're very appreciated by me, you know. I don't watch television a lot, but, you know, every day I take a minute and, you know, look at what I'm grateful for, versus, you know, especially during the holidays, you know, I see a lot of things floating around on Facebook, and one that I really enjoyed reading was a picture of a soldier, and it was in reference to a big box store that we all know, but I'm not going to say their name. But you know, if you're worried about you know, working on a holiday, then you know, maybe you should think about what these guys are doing. It was a picture of a soldier, you know, celebrating his holiday in a combat zone. So anyway, got a kick out of that.
Anything else, Linda?
Did you say you had 2 friends that you would like to suggest that we get a quilt to?
Well, I do. One of them, they're actually going to move him to another hospital facility. He was unfortunate enough to have got hit by it's similar to an IED, but they call it HME, or homemade explosive. He is lucky to be alive, and but I just found out a few days ago that he's actually going to be transferred, so he won't be in the other area. But the other gentleman, he's actually on his way here from I believe Walter Reed, and he should be here in the next few weeks. And you know, at that time, I'd love to chat with you about maybe talking to him, because I know he would really appreciate what you guys do.
Okay.
So
Well,
Okay.
alrighty.
thanks, everyone.
You're welcome to stay and have potluck with us.
I'll hang out for a bit.
Okay. See a little of what everybody does if you want.
I got a refrigerator repairman coming about 1 o'clock. Yeah, my fridge decided it wanted to
Oh, great. Always at the
get some
holiday time,
attention.
right?
So
Carol also has a pillowcase to go with your quilt. here,
awesome.
too.
Yeah, I really like the color too. Those
It looks like you.
Yeah.
It really does. I'm just sitting here and I
Yeah.
could have picked a better one for you. It looks like you.
well, being half Irish and half, or quarter Italian, quarter Greek, I'm probably one of the only Irish folks that you'll meet that can go out in the sun for 5 minutes and have the perfect tan.
Yeah.
Warmer colors usually look pretty good.
Great. Okay. Well, ladies,
you, everyone.
get to work.
Thank you.
No,
Okay, did you want me to hold this up for you?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody shares.
Now, which one did you
Just
want?
here, just get it tilted up.
Ready?
Yeah.
Obviously. That's years later, I'm still wondering about it. I'm not over it, right?
Oh, I love it. It's done in a border. Yeah.
It was really
nice.
pretty. Putting it on probably wouldn't be, but oh, look at how pretty that one is. Wow.
This is Becky's.
Oh, yeah. Well, you had some other fabric, or you went and bought some.
Ooh.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes, it is.
Our quilts don't all have to be red one, traditional red one.
Don't even remember.
Well, then maybe it's mine.
You're welcome.
The water. It looks like water or something.
Those,
And those were applicated, the stars were applicated on. They weren't? Yeah. They're just a picture.
Well, you know.
these
It's been quite a number of months because I got 5 more waiting.
This is also the neat.
Oh my.
That's good.
This is
training.
Can you see these, John?
Yeah, you were throwing a lot of military acronyms out there.
John, come on
Yeah.
down, move over.
Sometimes I forget that most folks don't know what all the acronyms stand for.
Was that the
Love
one
that
that
I
I
was
was?
well when it's finished.
Oh, that's right.
Isn't that bright?
This is the one where Laura had brought in all of the fabric from that lady.
I did too. That's great. It's so fresh and cheery.
I was happy how it turned out.
Yeah.
The person that wouldn't actually lay this out and take the time to count each piece.
To figure out how long that
Just to see how many pieces there are. Yeah, I would imagine.
No, I don't agree with that. No, never.
And I got to count how many of these little.
Oh, it is?
8 of them each block, and how many blocks is nice.
Oh, that's
Look
neat.
at this.
Where did you find that?
Carla?
Yes, yours again? Yes.
Oh, you've been busy.
USA all over it.
Yeah.
Nice job, Carla.
See, that's what we have.
Even though we have.
Oh,
Yeah. Isn't that pretty?
that's gorgeous.
We have
We're
ladies in the
always-
military that will love a red, white, and blue
Yeah.
flowers.
We've always wondered, you know, a lot of my friends say, well, why can't you make a quilt for the women?
That'd be beautiful for anybody.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, there's a lot of women in the MP Corps, and they fight just as hard, if not
Oh,
more, than the
sure
guys
they
do.
do. But we
We don't know that.
we
We don't know who the quilts are going to.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have
we
no
don't
idea
know
where
where
they're
they're
going.
We send out a number of quilts that we have that are finished, and they send us back a name and an address.
How much of a computer genius do you gotta be to program all that stuff?
It is done with computer.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as the input and all that, I mean,
Well,
I'm sure
I
it's
buy
not
my
easy.
designs from gals that do digitizing.
Mhm.
They're lots more talented at that than I am.
But still, I think getting
By my
it
designs
arranged
and
on the quilts
Get it
and
set up
everything.
to
yeah,
fit the parameters of the quilt.
But the big trick is she picks the
pattern.
Leave that on
quilting
there.
pattern
Yeah,
that fits the quilt that's made, and it makes the quilt. The quilting is everything for the quilt,
Mhm.
and every one of them has just been fabulous.
Thank you.
And see, that's what we're missing.
Yeah. Well, one of them she made a long time ago. I'm still talking about that. Was she did like the White House, the Liberty Bell, Lincoln Memorial.
I've only been able to do that twice. Use
On the
those
back
patterns.
of this one
Oh,
quilt,
that's
it was
neat.
like in squares. Unbelievable.
Some quilts call for it, and
Right.
others the designs
Yeah.
just get lost.
Yeah.
So it's
And that's
This is the one
got
that
that Civil War look to it.
brought in last month, just donated to us, and it has the signatures on some of the blocks from 10 years ago.
Oh,
A
yeah.
couple of them are dated.
And that looks like a church.
Yeah.
yeah, it does.
And
So it could have been a.
I just added this star border just to make it a little larger. and
I was
neater.
gonna say, I really like that.
Great.
border.
Yeah.
And fix the back for it, so.
The backing, that's cool. I like this.
Oh, that's. Yeah.
You
Oh.
know, I've always been on the lookout for a cute little red-headed Irish woman, so.
Just remember communication.
Oh, yeah, we communicate very well, you know, which, you know, I think that's part of the reason why I picked her, is, you know, we can talk
That's good.
about anything, so I
think they
think
pick
that's
each other.
half the trouble.
I was
right
gonna
there.
say, guys think they pick them, but I got news for you, the ladies pick you guys.
Well, I always tell her, hey, I wear the pants around here when you're not
I
around.
was just gonna.
When you're not around.
Or a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. But I'm probably gonna do what you tell me to.
Because that's what you gotta do.
Hey, as long as we think that we're in charge, then we're not.
Oh,
That's got room to quilt.
This is the part you did it.
Look at the backing for it.
what does that say?
Nice.
Okay, what am I gonna do?
On the backing?
What am I gonna do?
She's already thinking. She's
Trying
already
to figure out what she's gonna do with it.
Yeah.
It's got like puppy toes on it or something. It's just the right color blue.
My wheels are all rusted and broken.
Oh,
Really pretty, I like it. Are you taking a picture?
Sure am, got it.
got it. This is like, that one might work for the one if I have time. Yeah, this one's not, it wouldn't get lost quite as much.
And you,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you mitered the corners.
I always do.
Oh.
I'm pondering the amount of time and just all the stuff that you gotta do with, I mean, just all the pieces. My brain can't get off of the how many pieces there are.
Yeah, it's like putting together a puzzle something.
So I always like to think about something and think, could I do that? You know,
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I could, but,
There's
yeah,
some,
I'm sure.
there's some
There's a lot of
wonderful
men that are doing
designers.
wonderful work.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's given me an idea of maybe doing a quilt that has an MP unit patch on it, and presenting it to the memorial in Missouri for all the fallen MPs.
Oh
Who
my.
made that one?
The group, Annette out at Jubilee. Group of
I
seven.
love the way that
Yeah,
Edges of the stars.
I love them too.
would be.
And how symmetrical everything is, and how, you know.
It's really fun on what you get going on.
Right.
Nothing but squares. Little tiny squares, medium-sized square.
Oh, I see what
I've
you
seen
mean.
that, I've seen that.
This is that pattern.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Yes, very nice.
That's the kind of one I've got.
See, I there's Judy. To the best of.
Oh,
Because that's what my grandson.
thank you.
But he's out of the Navy now, so I don't have contact.
Two